As of the recording and making of this video, I have 195.6 hours on record. I play this game almost daily, and because of that, I decided to make a review video on Albion. No, this will not be a bad review. I tend to only play games I truly find interesting and entertaining. So this video, as far as I know, will be my honest opinions. So let's get started. I picked up Albion Online around November 22nd. During the break, I was looking for a game and I saw a friend of a friend playing the game and I got very interested. When I found out that it was free to play, I immediately downloaded it, and ever since I've been obsessed with this game. So to start, this game has been out since 2017, so I'm really late to the party. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. When I saw the stream of a friend playing it, it did look really interesting because of the game setting. It is set in medieval times and it is very old-timey vibes. Those are the type of games that I'm into, and I constantly look for games that fit that criteria, and this game just happened to fit it. So that's what convinced me to download it in the first place. I will admit I was a little bit disappointed at the beginning because of the tutorial. The tutorial was so much different from what I've seen online. So be aware that the tutorial is just that, a tutorial. If you haven't made it past that, you're missing out on a lot the game has to offer. So what I do love a lot about this game is that it has a little bit of everything. I once described it as a Minecraft meets League of Legends meets Animal Crossing meets Stardew Valley meets World of Warcraft, etc., etc. I'm not exaggerating. It does have a little bit of everything. So for starters, you could craft, farm, and build. So that's where the Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley and Minecraft vibes come from. I will say it is very hard work to craft and level up in this game. I haven't gotten that far, but I do plan on making a series out of it. Um, One thing I have learned is that the mist or will-o'-wisps are best for that, especially starting out. It is fast, efficient, and you could get your farming up, which also helps. You get resources, which helps you with crafting. Since I'm new to the game, I will try to add some terminology and as much game content as I can. Um, that way you could know a little bit more than I did when I started out on this game. And so yeah, I'm gonna describe things and then I'm gonna let you know what that means. What makes this game so interesting is that you can also buy an island where you can raise animals and you could farm. Although you do need premium for that, or at least more than 4 days of premium from what I've been told. You can also join a guild and have a guild island, but you won't be able to farm or raise animals. So yeah, that's a bummer, but just so you know, you could have an island, you could farm, and you could raise animals. You just need at least 4 days of premium. And from what I know, you don't need to keep the premium to have the island. Unlike other games, like you need to have a premium all the time or online or whatever to use certain items. I think this one is a one-time thing. So let's say you are not a farming simulator type of person and you're tired of crafting, farming, gathering resources. Well, this game has PvP, PvE, and PvX. So they have everything. Player versus everything, player versus everything and everyone. Okay. I don't know where or how to start to describe this game other than I'm gonna describe some of the modes and what I have explored and my honest reactions. So there's Arena and Crystal Arena. That's where the League of Legends comparison comes from. So Arena is not ranked. It's basically you have a team of 5 players. I think it's five. Um, one healer and 4 players of any class. You have to play for like pillars or bases. There's 3 bases and you have to fight to get points, which you get points by standing on them. And then the team comes and you guys just fight it out. And that's the PvP part of it. So you fight the other team in hopes that you'll be the last one standing to get the points. Um, it's very fun. It's very informative, and yeah, it's very interesting. Chris Arena is the ranked version of that, and you do need spec'd out weapons and equipment. I've only played it 2 to 3 times since I've been on the game, and it definitely is hard, at least for me. And in my opinion, people use it mostly to practice their formations, player abilities, and team comps. So yeah, if you don't know anything about this game, you will be destroyed automatically. This is one of those that you also fight for the bases and pillars, and just know that anything ranked is very competitive. So you will die. You will have a hard time unless you're just like automatically good at every game. Other than that, if you don't have a good team comp, you're not gonna get that far. The depths, that is the place where I have learned a lot about the game. I've learned about the game mechanics and fighting styles through playing depths. So this one you could queue up or whatever. Not queue up because you could just join as a duo or trio. Um, I do prefer this because it helps you level up and it gives you fame and all the stuff that makes this game fun and competitive. Again, this is PvP or player versus other teams. I don't know. And basically, you go in a dungeon with your duo or trio and you try to get buffs and souls to open the chest or just be able to fight enemies. So you will encounter other teams and you will have to fight. Be warned, if you die, all your bag inventory disappears except for your build. So whatever you're wearing, um, if you die, you will still have it after you respawn. The only thing is that the repairs are pricey. So if depending on your build, it could get pretty pricey if you die a lot. Um, but if you don't die a lot and you make it out alive, um, it's worth it because you go in, you practice fighting other people, you get loot if you get chests or souls, and you get fame from beating the monsters in the dungeon. So I think it's a pretty win-win situation where you learned a little bit about the game mechanics and you get to enjoy the competitive side of it without losing your equipment, which is something that makes this game really, really, really hard is losing your equipment. Another fun part of this game is the dungeons. And the dungeons is what makes this game very interesting, very fun, and solo dungeons and group dungeons are very important to the game, in my opinion. Um, the dungeons could be found in the yellow, blue, red, and black zones. And again, that's where you basically fight everyone or everything. And it is very fun to go in groups because you could go to the black zones, which are known as the deadly zones. And there you will lose everything. Like, I mean, everything. Like your inventory, what you're wearing, and your mount. I have lost so many horses. I miss them so much, but that's part of the game. Willing to go out there and risk losing everything and starting over. And again, that's what makes this game so fun is that there's just so many ways you could play it, and you either get better or you don't. And this is one of those games where starting over is part of it. Another mode is factions. This one I want to say is my top favorite mode in this game. I get to fight others and get loot from camps. Or if you go into red zones, then you could take from others that have perished. But I usually play support or healer, so I don't get to do that often. I do love that it helps me level up faster and I get to experience the PvP mode of it while being surrounded by other players. That helps me, I don't know, build friendships because a lot of the times I see the same players, at least in my zone, and people started calling me Chatty or Cheeto, whatever. because that's my username there, and that's where I meet people and just have fun fighting other guilds or zones or factions. I think they're factions basically, and it is very fun. I do recommend it. 100% recommend uh trying factions before you try anything else, because especially in the yellow zones, because it gives you the experience that makes the game really fun. I love that you can join guilds and build together, form friendships and alliances, and that's what makes this game so fun is the human factor. I'm someone who's always been a solo gamer. Mostly play games that are adventure, story mode, single player. So this year I've been really into games that help me explore outside of that. And yeah, I found a lot of different people that I could build friendships with and just enjoy the game with. The Roads of Avalon is another type of content that you can play, and let's just say it's very fun. Definitely, you will need a guild to safely learn and traverse through it. I do plan on maybe in the future going by myself, but right now I'm playing it safe. It is in the black zone and it is very uh different. All I could say is it's a deadly zone and people go in there specked out and they're willing to lose everything just to like uh you know take your stuff, or I don't know, just for fun. Just for fun. They just attack you for fun. I'm gonna say it. That is fun for them and that's part of the game. You get to go in there and have fun. So overall the rating for this game is a 9.5 out of 10. I think that's a pretty good score. No game is perfect, but this game comes nearly there. Mostly because it's so entertaining and there's just so much that you could do and discover. I've known of people who have been playing this game way longer than me, um, and they haven't gotten bored. So I'm assuming I won't get bored, but I am also known for dropping games because I crave new stuff all the time. So, in my opinion, it is a very fun game. It does challenge you, but not too much to the point where you get bored or frustrated. I don't know. I do admit I have moments where I low key reach a little bit when I lose my stuff in the black zone, but that's part of the experience. Other than that, I cannot recommend this game enough. Um, it's extremely fun. Anyone can play it. The mechanics are easy to learn. Um, it is easy to learn about builds and all that stuff. They have so much information out there on this game, and like I said, you can play it any way, any which way you want, because there's no right or wrong way of playing any type of game. Like you could just play however you want. If you just want to farm and fish, did I mention there's fishing? I don't think I did, but if you just want to fish and craft and build stuff and sell items, you could do that. If you just want to raise animals, farm, you could do that. If you want to fight others every day and lose your stuff every day, you could do that as well. You could do whatever you want on that game, because you could do anything you want in that game because there's a little bit of everything for everyone. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. And I hope you enjoyed. Bye.